Was there an investment you made that surprised you?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Tell me
yeah,
the story.
I bought a 12-unit motel in the countryside. I actually bought it for my ex-husband, which was a mistake. He did nothing with it. But the people had positioned it as a great rent roll, a nice, juicy rent roll. Once I got in there as the owner, I found out no one had paid their rents in 2 years. I buried it 1 year later with a bulldozer, and it was the right thing to do. I lost some money. Goodbye, money. I never made that mistake again.
So you've lost some money before.
I always lose money. Who cares? It's all a long game. It's like what you get in the end, what you do in the meantime, how much fun you could have. Nah, the winning and losing the money is not the important part. It's having the fun getting to go up and down and up and down. It's really a blast.
What city would you go to in today's world if you were starting your first business?
Probably Pittsburgh.
Why Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh is great right now. Pittsburgh is like a young New York. It's got all young people, well educated. It's got tons of businesses moving in, a lot of medical moving in there, a lot of technology is taking over the town, and it has a friendly government. They love landlords. That's where you want to be if you're a landlord.
Was there ever a time that you were doubted in business?
Oh, come on. What's my middle name? Doubt is part of it. Yeah, doubted from the very beginning. I was doubted by the old boy network, the rich guys who owned all the businesses in town. No women were in the field. You have to appreciate that. But that was to my advantage. But they didn't want me in that old boys club, but I got in the old boys club. I was doubted by Donald Trump when I sold his biggest property he ever sold. And he said, you'll never see a penny of that $4 million commission. He doubted my ability to sue him and win the commission. I was doubted by Mark Burnett saying I wasn't going to get the seat on Shark Tank. And I wrote him, told him exactly why I was going to be the best girl in that seat. You have to stand up for yourself. The minute you have doubt, you should use it for motivation and push ahead, because it actually does give you motivation if you look at it the right way.
Wow, that was incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a schmoozer. Get that in the tape. You're a schmoozer.
Yeah.
And you have pretty eyes. I could see why Shaquille was into you.
I appreciate that. How important is it to choose the right life partner? How important is that decision?
It's the most important call you'll ever make. When you have a good life partner, when you have a good business partner, you double your chances of success. Why would you go through life with the wrong partner? It's no fun. I almost did that with my first husband.
What happened?
I decided to leave. I pulled out of my Porsche one day and said, see ya, baby, see ya.
Yeah. What was, I guess, the biggest red flag that you saw from that first marriage that you kind of took on with you after that? And maybe to kind of give that advice to somebody that they're starting to date in today's world, right? You kind of have that experience. What's a red flag in a partner that...
We never fought. We never spoke honestly, and he had a little too much to drink most nights. Bad. I saw him as an alcoholic 10 years later, which is what happened. And we never talked. Not really talked. You have to talk to somebody. You need a soulmate in your corner. You know, you just need that soulmate for the bad times. My husband's a pain in the neck, but he's sure great in the bad times.
You got to find somebody that's part of the solution, not the problem.
Well, that would be a nice way to do it, but very often they don't feel like the solution. They just feel like a pain in the ass, but you stick with it and see where it goes.